It's something that lots of us will have heard of, or perhaps even say we do, but for some, it's a psychological disorder that makes it almost impossible to get rid of the items, regardless of what they're worth.
Yeah, life coach of my mum, Mavis Ackley, has been meeting 2 women to find out how the habit affected their lives and leaves some feeling both desperate and ashamed.
Up to 3 million people across the UK are believed to be affected by hoarding disorder. It's a recognised mental health condition, defined as someone having an excessive number of possessions stored in a chaotic way, and the reasons behind it can vary enormously.
It's a complex psychological condition. Left unchecked, it can seriously impact people's quality of life and those close to them too.
This is the home of Sue from Birmingham. She has struggled with issues around hoarding for over 30 years.
Can you describe the inside of your home for me?
A mess. It's really untidy. There is an awful lot of stuff. It's just stuff. I do have a physical disability anyway, so actually having to climb over things and then falling over them and breaking bones, being covered in bruises, it's not great.
Sue kindly agreed to speak to us about her hoarding, but filmed inside her home herself as she didn't feel comfortable letting our cameras into her house.
What's the reason for that, would you say?
Shame. I'm just embarrassed by the fact that there's just so much in there. And I've even lied in the past and said it's not even my house because of the embarrassment. But more recently, I'm realising that I don't need these things to protect me anymore.
Sue's first step to tackle her hoarding came after she wrote this social media post appealing for help to restore the power at her home.
I put a message out saying, I really don't know what's gone wrong with my electricity. I'm disabled, I don't work. My problem is that I also hoard. By putting it in writing, it felt a tiny, weeny little bit easier than actually saying it out loud.
Sue did get her electricity back, and after going public about the issues she faced, she reached out to her GP practice for help. They referred her to a local hoarding support group. It's
been amazing, the help that we're all able to sort of give each other, and we're all quite a tight-knit group now.
Thanks to that group, Sue's making progress.
Yes, there's a box and there's a bin bag over there, but you can actually see floor and, oh yes, and the dog.
The support group Sue attends is run by charity Clouds End. It's a safe space where people can share.
You feel so horrible about yourself, really the lowest of the low.
Some of its members have gone from this to this. Heather Matwatsu runs the group.
The power of a support group is that they meet other people that are in the same situation as them, and it's like, oh, good, you know, it's not just me, and then they share ideas and solutions that some of them have found.
I think we all, you know, have clutter around us, don't we, Heather? When does it start being hoarding?
Well, really when it starts to impede your lifestyle, if you like. So when the house is so full that you can't use rooms for what they should be used for, you can't find paperwork, you can't stay on top of daily duties.
Heather has worked alongside people with hoarding issues for 17 years. She's witnessed the problems it can create.
It can also affect young families, for example. They can remove children because hoarded environments are dangerous for children to live in. People can be evicted from their homes because they're in breach of tenancy, which have dire effects on people's futures.
Carrie, a mum of 6, has been helped by Heather's team for the last 6 months. She's been battling hoarding issues for nearly 10 years.
Was there a lot more than this in here?
There was actually 4 wardrobes.
Right.
And quite a few chest of drawers. They were all stacked on top of each other.
Carrie and her children fled their former home due to domestic violence. Any possessions were left behind. And it's this experience, Carrie says, started her hoarding behaviours.
The whole flat, everything in there
was
gone. Baby photos, all their little clothes and things like that you keep. So having lost everything, and then we moved out of there into temporary accommodation and starting from scratch, and it sort of kick-started, I think,
You don't want to
survival
lose
mode.
anything
No.
again.
I never want to be in that position again. I didn't want to get rid of the kids' toys or anything like that. I needed something that belonged to me. If that makes sense.
Carrie is currently working through the possessions in her flat. But when the hoarding was at its worst, Carrie faced the possibility of having her children placed into social care because of the dangers hoarding can create in the event of fire. In 2022, there were over 1,000 hoarding-related fires leading to 10 deaths in London alone. Commander Brinley Mills from the West Midlands Fire Service is one of those trying to tackle the issue.
The challenges to us as a fire and rescue service is getting access into that property. One of the most challenging incidents, and one which sticks in my mind, is one where an individual had the possessions pulled on top of them. It was difficult for us to try and get into the property and actually locate that individual.
In addition to providing and fitting smoke alarms for free, the fire service will visit homes with hoarding issues to assess the fire risks and also connect people with other agencies who can offer help.
Visit the website, have a chat, speak to your local fire and rescue service. We're always happy to provide that support.
As well as the fire service and GPs, there are a number of charities who can help those with hoarding-related problems. And through their work, Carrie's home continues to be transformed into a much safer, happier place for her and her children.
So how many skips in total?
2 this year, since January.
2 skips?
2 this year, yeah.
Wow. Kerry, that is amazing.
I'm still in shock, I think, as well about it, but it's kept that momentum going now.
What you're doing is amazing, Kerry. Thank you for sharing everything with us, seriously.
Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot.
I was really impressed with Carrie and Sue. Their sheer determination to tackle a problem they've been living with for years, step by step, has made a huge difference in both of their lives.
Yeah, your mum is right. A big thank you to Sue and to Carrie for sharing their stories. Jane and many others have been in touch saying the same thing.